Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, my name is Tanisha and I love to take you along on my reading journey. And in today's video, I'm going to do another 12-hour readathon. Just like the last time, I put on a 12-hour timer and I'm not going to pause it for any breaks that I take. So whenever I'm eating, drinking, doing whatever, the timer will keep running just to see how much or little I can read in a 12-hour time span. I already started the timer at 9:30 and it's almost 11 a.m. right now, so we're about an hour and a half into this readathon. I had such a fun time the last time I did this, so that's why I decided to do another today. It is so gloomy outside, so what better way to spend my Sunday than with reading. I started the Hotel Nantucket by Elin Hilderbrand. This book is about Lisbeth, who is a general manager at a hotel. She just broke up with her boyfriend because he cheated on her. A billionaire owner, Xavier, is determined to get a 5-star review from this big blogger that gives hotel reviews. She has never given a hotel a 5-star review and they are determined to be the first one to receive it. But this hotel has a lot of history and is also haunted by a scandal that happened in 1920. So getting that 5-star review might not be as easy as they think. I am currently at page 46, so I read a little bit over an hour before I started getting ready. So I read the first 46 pages and so far I'm really enjoying this book. This is the first time I'm reading an Elin Hilderbrand book and so far I really like her writing. This book really gives me summer vibes, not just from the cover but also the way it is written. Nantucket is an island close to Martha's Vineyard and I will put some pictures on the screen because this is a real island and it just looks like a summer vacation spot. It always blows my mind that some people live in places like this, but just the scenery and also the writing, the cover, it all screams summer, which is perfect on a gloomy day like today. So I'm very excited to read it and I'm also very curious about the drama that unfolds because of this scandal that happened years and years and years ago. So grab a drink and watch me read for 12 hours. It's 12:15, which means I'm almost 3 hours into my readathon. I'm currently at page 110 and I'm so invested into the story. You follow a bunch of people during the course of the book. The transitions between POVs are very seamlessly. The story is written in third person, but it doesn't bother me at all, especially because you follow so many people. The way the story is built up is very good and entertaining. It really sucked me in from the beginning and I have a really hard time putting the book down. The only reason I'm putting it down right now is because I'm a bit hungry, so I really need to eat some lunch. But besides that, I'm having so much fun and I cannot wait to get back into the story. The book is a little under 400 pages and considering I'm already reading for 3 hours, I don't think I'm going to finish this book very quickly. I think it will take me about 9 hours, which is fine because this readathon is not to see how fast I can finish books. It's just a fun way to tackle my TBR, and sometimes you read faster than other times. I'm also a bit tired. It is Sunday and we'll just see how far I get today. But for now, I'm having a lot of fun. It's 1:57 p.m. and I am currently at page 184, which means I just hit the 50% mark of the Hotel Nantucket, and I also have 7.5 hours left of my readathon. I'm still having so much fun with this book. The scenery of the Hotel Nantucket is so beautifully written. It really makes me want to go to Nantucket, which says a lot about the way the author writes about everything and how it looks. The characters in this book are so fun to read about. They are interesting, dynamic, they are complex and also very funny sometimes, which I really enjoy. You read about a lot of characters, which makes the story go by very quickly. It is not confusing at all and also not annoying that you constantly switch between characters. It ties into the story very well and it really makes the reading experience 10 times better than a story where you just follow one or two characters, especially in a small town or small island like Nantucket. And I really wonder if Elin Hilderbrand's other books follow the same people, since her other books also take place on the island of Nantucket. So I'm very excited to read more of her work to figure that out. But for now, I'm still very deep into the Hotel Nantucket and I'm just going to keep reading. I'm pretty sure I'm going to finish this book during this video, but I don't think I'm going to be able to read as much as I did in my last 12-hour readathon. I'm just going to read slow and steady, keep enjoying myself because reading is my favorite passing time and this way of spending my Sunday feels so perfect. So I'm not going to rush myself by reading faster only to then not enjoy the story. I'm going to stop yapping because I want to get back to this story. It's 4 p.m, which means I'm over halfway through my readathon, but I still have 5.5 hours left of reading. I'm currently at page 280 of the Hotel Nantucket, so I only have about 90-ish pages left in this book. So I am approaching the end finally. I say finally more because it takes me this long to finish the book. I was hoping to finish the book more quickly to motivate myself to keep reading, but I honestly still enjoy the book very much. I really enjoy the story, I enjoy the characters, I enjoy the writing style, but when you know that you're going to read for 12 hours straight, you hope that you can get through a lot of books, and that's just not the case today. That's more why I'm saying that I'm finally going to finish this book, just because I was hoping I was going to finish it sooner, especially after the last readathon that I did, where I read way more in my opinion. So that's also why my expectations were a little bit different than the reality of today's readathon. It is 5 p.m. right now. I finished the Hotel Nantucket and it took me 7.5 hours to finish. So I only have 4.5 hours left into this readathon. I really enjoyed this book. I already said it multiple times. The writing was amazing. The characters were amazing. The way this book was set up was very entertaining. I had a lot of trouble putting this book down throughout the story. The vibes were just so good, and this is the perfect book to read during summer. So I'm very glad that I put it on my summer TBR. With that being said, the first book of this readathon is down, but I still have 4.5 hours left of reading to go, so I'm going to start a new book. I want to continue the Shopaholic series by Sophie Kinsella. I already read the first 3 books and I have the 4th book physically, but there is a novella between book 3 and 4, so I'm thinking I could also download that one on my Kindle and read it on my Kindle so I can continue the series afterwards. And that series is also very easy written, not complex at all, so I think that series is the perfect choice for me right now to get me going in this readathon. So I'm going to grab my Kindle and we will continue reading. I just realized that I never said what I rated the Hotel Nantucket, but I'm going to rate it 4.5 stars. It's 6:12 p.m, which means I only have 3.5-ish hours left into the readathon. I just finished the novella of the Confessions of a Shopaholic series, which means I'm ready to read book 5, or at least start it. I have it in Dutch. I think the English version is called Shopaholic Sister. I thrifted this for €2 at a thrift shop. That's also why it is in Dutch. I normally don't read translations, but I honestly could not miss out on this deal because I thrifted 6 out of the 8 books in the series for only €15 in total, which is crazy because nowadays you sometimes pay €15 for one new book, and now I got 6 or 7 used books, which is great for my wallet. I'm going to start this book now, maybe make myself a tea and then start, and we'll see how far I get. It's currently 8 p.m, which means I only have an hour and a half left, and I'm 30% into Shopaholic Sister, and deciding to read this series for the last part of this readathon was the best thing ever because I'm flying through this book. I feel like I've read so much just because of the easy writing and because I'm already used to the writing style and also the characters and stuff like that. I don't think I talked about what this book is about, but the Shopaholic series by Sophie Kinsella is about Rebecca Bloomwood, who is a shopaholic. She loves to shop and she's very delusional about her spending and also about her financial situation. In the first book, she works at a financial magazine and she writes articles for that, but her personal finances are not really in order. And like I said, she is very delusional. The writing style is very funny. It feels like she is talking to the reader. The book is written in first perspective, but it's almost like you're reading her diary. It still feels like she is directly talking to you and you are in her head, which is so nice to read. So yeah, I'm currently halfway through the series. I read the first book last month, I think, and I'm slowly going through them. They are incredible palette cleansers, so I usually use them in between heavier books or thicker books to fresh up my mind. Only 90 minutes left of this readathon. I'm going to enjoy every single minute of it because I'm still very much enjoying reading a lot. I had a little bit of a dip during the novella that I read before Shopaholic and Sister, but I feel like I have crawled out of that slump and I'm back in track. So we'll see how much I can get done in those last 90 minutes. And just like that, the readathon is over. I read for 12 hours, or at least I put a timer on for 12 hours and I read as much as I could in that time span. And I had so much fun. I ended up reading Shopaholic and Sister until page 194, which is a little over halfway. So I made quite some progress and I'm still very much enjoying the story. And I'm so glad that I chose it as the last book of this video. I'm obviously not going to be able to finish the book in this video because this is the end of the video, but I will put my rating on the screen if I finish that book before I upload this video. Let's talk about stats. I obviously started my readathon at 9:30 this morning with the Hotel Nantucket by Elin Hilderbrand, and I finished the entire book and it was 364 pages. After that, I read the novella called Shopaholic on Holiday, which was 25 pages. And after that, I started Shopaholic and Sister and I read until page 194, which means in total I read 583 pages. So I didn't read as much as I read in my last readathon, but now thinking about it, I read 2 thrillers in that video and I didn't read any thrillers today, and thrillers is the genre where I read fast. So I think that's why I read less than last time, but I still read almost 600 pages today, so I'm not mad about it at all. I made quite some progress on my physical TBR and just my normal TBR, also my summer TBR, so I ticked off a lot of boxes. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Comment down below what you're reading right now and I'll see you in my next video whenever I post it. Bye!